Psoriasis is a lifelong chronic skin condition that affects nearly 7.5 million Americans. 80% of these patients have chronic plaque psoriasis. Living with and managing plaque psoriasis can be a tremendous burden on one's life. With us this morning to discuss this debilitating disease and what can be done topically to help manage psoriasis is Dr. Rebecca Smith, a board-certified dermatologist in both dermatology and pediatric dermatology. She's also based in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and was voted by Charlotte Magazine as one of the top doctors in the Charlotte metropolitan area. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
You must have been so honored.
Absolutely.
Wow. Obviously, you worked very, very hard to earn that.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about psoriasis, more specifically plaque psoriasis. Tell me about this condition and what it is.
Psoriasis is a chronic inflammatory skin disease that often affects, it'll show up on the elbows and the knees. It's pink to red plaques. They're often pretty thick. They have some silvery scale. It can be very visible. It can cause a lot of frustration and a lot of embarrassment to patients. It can actually be anywhere on the body. It can be really flaky on the scalp. It can cover the lower back, the buttocks. It can even affect the nails. So if you have a rash or some sort of skin disease that doesn't go away, consult your dermatologist to make sure that you get the right diagnosis so you can get the right treatment. The National Psoriasis Foundation has categorized different types of psoriasis, and plaque psoriasis is the most common type.
Is it more in males, females, both?
Actually in both.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's hereditary?
It is hereditary. It's not contagious. It's hereditary and environmental.
So for people who suffer from plaque psoriasis, what are some of the concerns they have to manage this condition? Because obviously there's no cure.
Right, there's no cure. So what we want is we want some education and communication. So the most important thing is to make an appointment with your dermatologist. You need a game plan. You need a disease management strategy. You need to make sure that you get the right treatment for your type of disease. Depending on the extent and severity of your disease, you just may need a topical. But if you have moderate to severe disease, you actually might need a systemic, an oral medication, or some light therapy, some UV light therapy called phototherapy, or you might even need a biologic, an injectable protein to help manage your disease.
So obviously it's not the same for everybody.
Absolutely not the same for everybody. Every case is individual.
Doctor, what are some available treatment options today?
Well, today we're going to focus on topical therapies.
Okay.
And there's lots of different topical therapies. First and foremost, the most common one is a topical steroid. So topical steroids work by decreasing inflammation, by helping with the itch, with the thickness of the plaque. It'll take the redness away. So topical steroids help with inflammation and making the symptoms better. There's creams, there's ointments, there's gels, there's sprays. Many of the patients prefer the spray formulations because often with psoriasis, it's a large body surface area.
And to cover it all?
Yeah, to make it easy, to make it quick, to make it convenient. They want something that's not going to make their clothes messy. So sprays will often rub in and absorb very easily.
Is that what we have here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about this.
What we have is Topicort, which is a super potent class 1 topical steroid. It's FDA approved for plaque psoriasis in patients 18 and older.
Okay.
What it does is it decreases the inflammation of the skin, and in the clinical trials, one of the most important points with Topicort is that there was no stinging and burning, even on the excoriated plaques.
Which makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
I know you have an example of a patient, I believe he's 35 years old, and he used it. Tell me what we're seeing here.
Yes, ma'am. So this is a baseline. This patient had psoriasis for 10 years. This is a baseline photo, and
that looks painful.
It can be very painful, very itchy. So after he's applied it twice a day for 2 weeks, that's the middle photo, and then twice a day for 4 weeks. So you can see it's not cured, but it's significantly better. One of my patients was actually at a swimming pool one time, and he was asked to leave the swimming pool because people there thought he had some contagious disease.
You're kidding. And what about the safety aspect when it comes to applying the spray? Because, I mean, listen, if you tell me it's going to work, I say great, but a lot of people are always concerned. Safety.
The connotation of steroids sometimes is very daunting, but if used as directed by your physician and used for no longer than your physician directs, then they can be quite safe and effective. Topicort is FDA approved age 18 and older for chronic plaque psoriasis. And what you need to do is, again, consult your physician. Make sure that you're on the right medicine for your type of disease.
Are there resources for people out there that may be suffering from plaque psoriasis? Because a lot of people always want to learn more, families even, that are suffering through it with their loved ones.
Absolutely. One of my favorite resources is called the National Psoriasis Foundation. It's a nonprofit. You can join it as a patient. You can join it as a provider. They provide lots of information such as pamphlets and booklets. There's lots of information online about various treatment options. And one of the other wonderful resources for medications like Topicort is that there's copay cards. So the copay cards make it free for patients who are insured
that's
to
huge.
receive the medication.
And again, huge in terms of making that difference, because from the photo you showed me, again, no cure, but what a difference for that gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Doctor.
Thanks
And
for having me.
congratulations again on the honor.
you.
Really
Thank you.
proud.
My pleasure.
And of course, if you'd like more information on this topic today or any kind of information on plaque psoriasis, just visit us at thebalancingact.com. That's thebalancingact.com.
Topicort topical spray, 0.25%, is a prescription medicine used to treat plaque psoriasis in adults 18 years of age and older. Topicort topical spray has not been studied in children under 18 years of age. Use in children under 18 is not recommended. Topicort spray should be used for the shortest amount of time needed to treat psoriasis. Tell your doctor if your condition has not improved. You should not use Topicort spray for longer than 4 weeks. When using Topicort spray, you should not bandage, cover, or wrap the treated skin area. Topicort spray can pass through your skin. Too much Topicort spray passing through your skin can affect the function of your adrenal glands. Your doctor may do blood tests to check for adrenal gland problems. Adrenal gland function typically returns to normal after stopping treatment with a corticosteroid. The most common side effects of Topicort spray include dryness, irritation, and itching of skin at the treated site. These are not all the possible side effects of Topicort spray. Tell your doctor if you have any side effects that do not go away.